Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And we are trying a new brand. So I'm excited for today's video. Yeah. It is, let me see, 7:12 in the morning, so it's not that early, but it is early for my brain. Anyways, we are trying the Pastel Roses. This is a UK-based, I believe they're an indie brand. The eyeshadow palettes are handmade in the UK and distributed in the UK, so I would assume they're an indie brand. Anyways, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes, so hold on. So if you're curious, I actually bought more than just these 2 eyeshadow palettes, but I did an unboxing video on my TikTok, katelynhousemakeup. If you are curious, you can go check that out there. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm just going to do a look with each eyeshadow palette, and I'll of course test out the other products that I got, but that'll be more on like TikTok and other platforms and stuff. But anyways, these are the 2 palettes. They launched these at the end of December 2022. So these were my palette purchase for December. If you're new here, I'm on a low buy. I allow myself to purchase 1 eyeshadow palette a month from brands that are not on a designated list of brands that I'm just going to purchase the eyeshadow palette regardless, and it's not going to go towards my monthly count. Anyways, I did purchase 2, but they're from the same brand and they were the same launch, so I don't know, I think that counts. Anyways, if you want to see me do a look with each of these eyeshadow palettes, then you should go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, before we do a look with these palettes, I figured I should talk about what they say. There's some warnings on here. Let me see. I mean, it just says don't get it in your eyeball, and if you do, rinse it out. Okay, but anyways, I mentioned this earlier, but it's designed and assembled in the UK and distributed in the UK. And let's see, we have 6-month open containers, which is kind of short, but they are handmade, so I get it. They are cruelty-free and vegan-friendly, so there we go. Those are the little facts about the palettes. Let me now put this palette back. I have a little spot off to the side where, as I'm testing eyeshadow palettes, I keep them there before I put them in my collection so they don't get lost. But anyways, has this little slip. We'll take the slip off. And this is what the palette says. So cute. It's a little gingerbread palette. Adorable. And all the facts that I just read are also printed on the back when you take it off. So anyways, I'm going to hold it this way just so the mirror is out of the way. But this one, you know, I'm not normally a neutral girl, but I thought these shimmers looked so pretty. And I'm going to grab this palette today because obviously my outfit's kind of a lot with the hair and everything. So I was like, let's do a little bit more of a neutral look. So I have primed my lids. I'm scooting in. I have primed my lids with my About Face Beauty eyeshadow base or shadow fix primer, whatever it's called. So yeah, that's my favorite eyeshadow primer. So if we have any issues, I will know that it is not related to the eyeshadow primer. And I'm putting my brushes back. Okay, so I'm going to start with the matte shade Candy, this hot pink. And then we're going to see if I need to pull in like one of those lighter. You know what? Actually, let's start with Biscuit and then go into Candy. So I'm going to start with Biscuit. These shade names are making me hungry. Oh, that's not the brush I want. Do I want this brush? I think so. So I'm going to use this LBE1. This is a Lunar Beauty brush that I got for Christmas. So let's see. So Biscuit. Do you guys like how I was like, oh, my outfit's a little crazy, so I'm going to do this neutral look, but let me start with this hot pink matte. It is going to be mostly neutral, but I did want to work the hot pink matte in because I have hot pink on my sweater. And I have never tried this brand before, so this is truly just a first impressions. I have no idea on longevity of these shadows. I guess when I do look too, I can kind of tell you how this wore. which, by the way, this mirror, there's something weird about this mirror. It's freaking me out a little bit. So I'm gonna grab a different mirror. Anyways, as I was saying, I'll try and speak to longevity of this look because I am not going to do the other look until later today after work, so I'll at least have a full work day with this one, but I won't have like 12 hours of wear, so I don't know. But beyond that, I won't be able to speak to like consistency. I don't know, like I'll just only be able to talk about today's experience with each palette, so I just want to be fully transparent about that. But I love trying new brands. I think it's fun. So I still wanted to put this video together. I do monthly rankings. So every month I rank all of the palettes I use that month and then share my thoughts. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see my thoughts on these palettes over time, you might want to subscribe and then you'll start seeing that. All of my brushes are dirty. I really need to clean them. I have a 3-day weekend. Maybe I'll clean them this weekend. Okay, this is a is this an ME or an MC brush from Made by Mitchell? It's like I want to say it's ME3. What do the other ones look like? It could be a C, MC. Whatever the letters they have, it just looks like different numbers. This is one of their brushes. Okay, we're going into Candy now, that hot pink shade I showed earlier. Oh, I don't know if that mirror is like warped or like, oh god, I don't know what it is, but that's stressing me out. This is such a pretty pink shade. Oh, so cute. These mattes are blending together really nicely. I barely even need to blend that again. Gosh, I haven't done an eyeshadow like palette review video, it feels like, in forever. Like, I don't even remember the last one I did. Low buy has been successful. Okay, so far. It's about to not be because there's a lot of stuff coming out. I don't know. I either have to make hard choices or just, you know, go for it. Okay, I'm gonna build that pink back up a little bit out here. I figured the pink would blend in quite a bit to the neutrals, so it was just more of like a hint of pink than anything. But yeah, I mean, those blend out super nice. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Chocolate. What are they selling? Chocolate. Anyways, I'm gonna comment down below if you know what that's from. I'm gonna put the shade Chocolate just in the outer corner, but I have to figure out what brush I want to use. Let's just keep on the Made by Mitchell train. I guess I technically reviewed the Made by Mitchell color case, but that wasn't like an eyeshadow palette. But I guess I did just post on a review video. Okay, this is the number 11 brush from Made by Mitchell. I don't know if that's an MC, an M3. I'm not sure. This is kind of a fluffy brush, so this shade is going on a little bit lighter than it looks in pan. But I probably could have gone in with a more densely packed brush and had it been a little bit darker. But I'm going back over with that brush we used earlier with the shade Candy just to blend that out a little bit more. I mean, I feel like it's blended. It's like I'm gonna need to clean up under here because that got a little crazy, but I feel like the shadow itself is blended. So now I'm trying to decide if I just want to wet my brushes or if I want to put a glitter primer down. I feel like I'm just gonna wet my brushes for this. I think I really want to go in with the shade Icing and Sprinkles and Praline. So I think I'm going to do all three. So we're going to start. This is a number 5 brush from Made by Mitchell, and we're going to go into Icing. Never even used Pastel Rose's like single shadows, which is usually what I've seen them come out with. So I don't know if they're better with the finger. Feels like this didn't pick up awesome on the brush, but we'll see. Well, good enough. Oh, this is so pretty. This isn't like super opaque. It's more of that like glittery, sparkly, toppery kind of a formula, it feels like. But I like that. I mean, you still definitely have a base to it, so it's still opaque. It's just not like an opaque shimmer. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, there we go. And then let's go in with Sprinkles on the other side of that same brush. I'm just gonna spray that with Fix Plus. Ooh, that is pretty too. There's a lot of glitter fallout, but I always do my whatchamacallit, my eyeshadow first, so that doesn't bug me, but that may bug some of you. I feel like if you used a glitter primer, you'd probably have less fallout, but I don't know how much less because I'm not doing that. If I remember, I will try and do a glitter primer later, but I make no promises. Okay, now I'm taking this ColourPop E3 brush in the shade Praline. Now there is, like, these are chunky, so when you're picking them up on the brush in the pan, it's a little bit getting everywhere, so just something to note. I feel like these probably pick up better on the finger than on a brush. I feel like the shade Icing has more of a multi-chrome shift than I'm seeing right now because of my lights, but I don't know. You do have a black shade in here, so I'd be curious to see some of these over maybe like a black base to see how they perform. They get a little bit more shifty because right now I'm not really seeing a ton of shifts. And I'm just taking the matte shade Candy and blending over the outside corner a little bit. Okay, that's basically the look. It's a little boring. I was just picturing these to be a little bit more shifty, but I'm not even really seeing shifts in pan, so I don't know. This mirror freaks me out, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my under eyes. I'll just come back with the finished look because I'm gonna do the same mattes that I did up top on the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna take this same shade on the inner corner, so it's really not gonna be that exciting. So I'll see you in a second with the finished look. Okay, here is the finished look. Let me know what you think. Initial impressions. So the mattes blended out really nicely. I think they look really good. I liked the mattes a lot. This one wasn't as deep as I wanted it to, but I feel like if I used a more densely packed brush, I could have gotten it a little bit deeper, but I do like how it ended up blending with the pink to make more of this like hot pink maroon type of thing. But anyway, so mattes, super happy with. The shimmers also think are very pretty. I think I was picturing that they'd be a little bit more shifty, like special duochrome, multi-chrome types of shimmers, and I'm not quite getting that. But they do look really nice on the eye. So if I sounded like a little bit like disappointed when I was initially applying it, I think it was just because I had higher expectations, but they do look nice. So we'll see how they wear. This is a neutral palette. Without there being like really like a lot of shiftiness to the shadows in here, it's a neutral palette. I don't think there's a ton that's like super special about it, but you know, sometimes a neutral eye look is fun. I do like how this look turned out. So yeah, I will be back later today and we'll see how this wore over time, and then we'll do a look with the Frozen Dreams palette. Okay, so it is 8:15 p.m. So it's been a little over 12 hours that I've had this eye look on, and I mean, we have very minimal creasing, maybe some slight fading of the mattes, but honestly not noticeable. And then, so like, I don't even know if that's like me being like real nitpicky. I don't even think that there's a ton of fading. Obviously creasing under my lids, but that doesn't really have to do with the eyeshadow. So longevity wise, that palette like knocked it out of the park. We had no movement of anything. So as far as that goes, it looks good. I also took pictures of this look and then watched the video back, and I think I like this look more. I feel like on camera it has more of a shine, and it's really pretty. It's just neutral, so it's just a little bit on the less exciting side. But if you're looking for a good neutral palette, like, I think this one's solid so far, what I've tried so far. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on. I'm gonna wipe this all off and come back, and then we will do a look with the Frozen Dreams palette. So now that I'm looking crusty, I have put the About Face Beauty Shadow Fix Primer back on. I'm not going to read the little facts on this because they're basically the same as the other ones. I'm just trying to put that away. Anyways, this is what the palette looks like. It has these cute little like metal details and it looks kind of like a storybook. So I thought that was cute. This is the color story we're working with. So we just did a pink look. I want to try and make this one a little bit more interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take the pinks like in the outer crease and then do the mint. It's not going to match my shirt, but whatever. Do the mint in the inner corner and then do something fun with these shimmers. So there are people like screaming in my neighborhood. I'm not really sure what's happening right now. Hopefully nothing serious, since I'm sitting here just talking to you all. Let me see. I think I'm going to use this Made by Mitchell MCME2, whatever this brush is. It's just like a little tiny fluffy brush. We're going to go in with the shade Infinity, which is this really light pastel mint shade. And let's see what kind of pigment we're working with. It's got like a hint of pigment. I mean, for a pastel shade, like you can definitely see it. Let me see if we can build this up. Sounds like my across the street neighbors are having some sort of party. And children are having fun. Oh, my face makeup looks rough. I probably should have redone that, but oh well. Too late. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna take in the outer corner, we're gonna start with Dream, which is like the purpley shade. And I need a fluffy brush for that. This is a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush, but it's like their neon brush. I don't know. This is like a light pastel purpley shade. It's really pretty. Definitely pastel, but I like that color combo a lot. I'm not mad at it. Oh gosh, I just can't get over how easily these blend out. The mirror's warped on this one too. I don't know if it's just because it's like a cheap mirror or what the deal is, but these mirrors are hard to look into. But I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Okay, like this is pretty. I think you can definitely build up the matte shades for sure. They don't come off with a lot of pigment like right out the gate. At least, but they're pastels, so I'm like, am I expecting a lot of pigment out the gate? Not really. I don't really want to use this pink shade because I kind of like that it's this purpley shade. So I'm going to go in with a brown. I'm going to use that and whatever, the Made by Mitchell number 1 brush. I feel like it's an ME because it's an eye brush, so it's like ME1, maybe. We're going to go into the shade Adventure. Did I say that already? Probably. Can't keep track because these children keep screaming. I'm going back over with that purple shade because I just want to deepen it up, but I want this to be more purple than brown. Yeah, I deepened that up a little bit. We could also pull in the black and really deepen it. You know, let's do it. I didn't use the black in the other one earlier, so why not? Let's go for it. I'm going to take, this is a Morphe M321 brush, and we're gonna go in the shade with Night Dream, which is the black shade, and I'm just gonna kind of, okay, stamp that on just to add a little bit more depth, and then we'll go back over it with Dream and the brown shade to help blend. I feel like obviously we have to go in with Ice, but I'm kind of thinking Ice on like the inner corner, but I feel like this shade, oh, this is a duochrome for sure, because when I look in the mirror it's green, but when I'm looking at it here it's pink, so that's perfect. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let's just put Daydream on the lid. Let's start there. That's the duochrome shade. So I'm picking this up on the ColourPop E, what brush are you? E3, and I'm spraying that with Fix Plus. Oh gosh, and I just dropped a whole bunch of that shadow because because the fallout is real. That is a gorgeous blue pink duochrome. Oh, I love that. Could probably get away with just putting this all over my lid. I hope you guys can't hear the screaming in the video, but if you can, I'm so sorry, but I have to film this video tonight and I don't know who's screaming. I don't know why they're screaming. Can't get them to stop. I love that. I think I'm gonna go in with, let's do Enchanted. I don't know. I just feel like that's the darkest of the shimmers. So that feels like the right move. I'm taking the other side of that same ColourPop brush to go into that shade, and I'm spraying it with Fix Plus. Now we're gonna take my fluffy blending brush from earlier and just blend those. I just think this is so pretty. I love it. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna swatch Ice and Frosted. Yeah, we're gonna go with Ice. Ooh, that one would be really pretty. Oh, this one's a little bit too blue. I'm just gonna tap this in the middle because I want to use this shade. The finger is definitely easier for these shimmer shadows. Just, I know I'm discovering that at the very end of my application, but okay. I feel like I got to use that Ice shade, which I really wanted to use, and I think that's really pretty. So I'm gonna put Frosted on the inner corner. And I know I said that that's easier to pick up on the finger, but I'm not gonna be able to get it in the inner corner on my finger, so we're gonna use a different brush. We are going to use the BH Cosmetics. This is the 105. It's just like a little pencil brush. This palette is, oh my gosh, my face is a mess. There is so much glitter fallout. Okay, hold on. My base already looked pretty jacked, so I was gonna have to fix that anyway. Okay, that is the definition of icy. Alrighty, so I'm going to put some concealer. I guess you don't really need to watch this part. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for mattes. Oh, well, I'm just gonna run the same pink mattes, I think. Or the purple and the brown and the black, I should say. I'm gonna just run that on the lower lash line, and then I'll come back with the finished look. So see you in a second. Here's the finished look. We're not gonna look too closely at my base because my nose and like mouth area is really struggling, partially because my skin's peeling from when I got sunburned from snowboarding, but also because I've been wearing this makeup all day and no amount of layering on top of it is going to help. So I just put a crap load of highlighter on my nose because it was just coming off my nose. But anyways, my foundation, I mean. This is the finished eye look. Let me know what you think. Let me share my thoughts. I mean, the mattes on this one blended pretty nice. These are definitely shimmers in both palettes that work better with a finger if you can do that. But I was able to get them to work with a brush and spraying it with Fix Plus. There is an insane amount of fallout. Your whole face is sparkly, so definitely do your eyes first and then put your base makeup on. You can, I don't know if you can see like in the palette how messy it is, and I've cleaned it and there's still sparkle everywhere. So that is that. I feel like this one shade, well, I mean, okay, let me talk about their shimmers. Their shimmers are very bright and very sparkly, but they're not as like shifty as I thought they would be. The one shade that is shifty is Daydream, but the rest of them don't really shift to anything. And so and maybe I misread or misinterpreted the launch on their Instagram, and so I had these expectations that weren't realistic. So to say that, if you are interested in trying this brand, if you like these color stories, if you like sparkly shadow that has really solid longevity, at least as evidenced by the other palette that we used, then I think you'd like these. I don't think the price is too terrible. They're a nice size as far as storage goes. You got a decent, you know, number of shade options. I don't love the mirror, but I'm okay if palettes don't have a mirror, so me not liking the mirror doesn't really make a huge difference for me. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed. I mean, these were technically the last palettes I purchased in 2022, but obviously I'm not trying them until this year. So I feel like this year's not off to like a super awesome start because like I like them, but I don't love them. So I'm kind of sad about that. But anyways, that is it for me. I will continue, or I need to post my December ranking video, and then my Natasha Denona series should be wrapping up soon. So those are the videos to come on my channel. And yeah, that's everything from me. I will see you all next time. Bye.